Oh, there are children here, and they're all busy, too. But there aren't any loud noises, just the sounds of working. We call these work sounds. Listen.
Come on, baby, light my menorah.
All right, you're here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang. I'm starting this week like I started off last week. I listened to some of the show today by accident.
What kind of accident caused that?
Well, I went to listen to my podcast. That's what I call my podcast area. And then all of a sudden I heard that song, which just got me. It got me.
Yeah.
The song, the opening song. Who is that? Emilio? Who is that?
Yeah, it's Emilio Fox.
Oh my God. Is that the one I heard about a year ago or 2 years? That's
Both.
my favorite.
Yes.
I love that. That song to me, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for it.
Yeah.
But it's got a lot of great things in there. Thank you, I say.
Because it's about us.
Right. That's a good point. I don't know. What's your point there? Oh, I mean, yeah, because so I'm biased towards it.
Yes.
And then it had but the thing I'm trying to say was, I was saying the same thing last week. Oh, I learned so many things listening to me today, but I did not write them down.
Yeah.
One thing was...
But did you absorb them? That's the more important point.
Well, like, I could tell once, I forget the topic, but it was something about he was wearing a mask, you said. He was wearing a mask? He was wearing a mask. And now I can't even remember who we're talking about, but I could tell that I had lost my place while you were talking to me.
Yeah.
And I was trying to cover up while I was listening to myself, try and cover up.
Yeah. Fun.
I thought it was, no, actually, I have to say, I thought last week's show, look, I can't talk about this. I think it was a great show.
Okay, good.
But for the part I saw,
yeah,
I feel like we're on a roll. And the thing is, what is the point of saying any of that? I hate everything I say. I hate the way I say it.
Yeah.
As I say it, it makes me not want to talk further tonight. Oh yeah, we're good now. Oh, we've got a certain banter. Oh, we're bomb proof now.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're 198 fucking shows in.
You know what I was thinking for 200? Well, I'll ask you off pod.
All right.
All right. Do you have any ideas?
For the 200th show? No, I left it. You were in charge of that.
What do you mean I was in charge of that?
You were in charge of that.
When did you tell me that I was in charge of that?
Several episodes ago.
Don't tell these nice people. I just texted you my idea.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
First of all, I think you... What did I say? I said, I got a big show planned.
Yeah.
What show is it now?
I think we're 198 now.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what it's not going to be. Because you do the editing. It's not going to be, here are our 400 favorite moments.
It's not going to be anything. Let's just be honest.
Where is this coming from, do you think?
What?
Where is it really? Who disappointed you?
Where is what?
Who disappointed you?
Where is what?
Before me.
Realism? Where is realism
Before
coming
me.
from? Where is the try to squelch the false narrative early in me?
I don't even remember saying you. So your memory has said, Josh, stop right now. I've got something big planned.
No, I flippantly said it's you're in charge. That's what happened.
Oh, well then why are you acting like...
Because I know that you don't remember either way. So I might as well create something.
Yeah, but if you had your druthers, what would you like to do for it?
I don't want to do any more work than I have to already. It took me hours to make the show, last week's show, tight enough to listen to.
Okay. Are you getting tired of that? Do you think we need to hire an editor who that's their job?
No.
When are you going to try and...
Because then we would be operating at a loss.
Well, when are you going to try and bat it back to me?
I'm never going to bat it back to you.
So it was just going to be like that movie where Bing Crosby and Bob Hope, or one of them, says, I saved your life in the Army. You owe me. And he owes him for the whole movie.
Would you want to do it?
No.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't want to end the podcast, though, is the problem.
Well, don't worry. I'm not threatening anything. There's no fire to put out here.
Oh, then why do I hear a siren then? You can't tell me you can't. If you couldn't hear that, then the whole Einstein thing is out the window for me. Did you hear it?
I heard something. But
Yes.
but I have earphones in.
So do I. You think I'm?
It was closer to you.
This is fascinating. It is I don't think the listeners like to know everything that's about, behind the scenes. I did hear another truck. It wasn't a truck. It was somebody playing. No, it was a car.
I heard a truck today. Oh my God.
No. You know the guy who plays Turkey in the Straw?
Yeah, sure. It's an ice cream truck. It's
right. But
yes,
this was another thing. This was another thing that I thought, oh my God, this is going around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it was like one of those blink-a-dack-a-da-po-pa-do-ski-pee-dee-pee-die. And I looked and it was indeed Popeye, a bad impression of Popeye. A scubba. Didn't I almost have it there?
Yeah, I just don't understand what the fuck you're talking about.
A car was a convertible was playing something that had that sound of an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
So I thought it was another ice cream truck, but it was not.
It's not. It was an ice cream car.
Well, don't kid yourself. The death van that the other guy is driving, that's not a specific ice cream truck either.
No, but if he rolls over, the ice cream will cushion his fall.
Is that what he sells?
I hope so. I hope so.
I'll give you $1 if you order from there every day.
I think he sells dreams.
That's what I was going to say.
Sickles.
You know what we're doing every day. What is it about that I hate about those? You got this, America. We hear at DoorDash care and what's that, phony caring or?
Yeah.
It's like these companies, they don't care. I don't think they care about me. And you know what I wanted to tell you, Josh? It's not TV that bothers me specifically.
Huh, okay.
It's the commercials.
I do have to say the Wayne's World is going off the rails now. Because now they're ordering from all over the country saying eat local.
Well, first, so the whole thing is some kind of sad joke. Those guys first of all, you don't want to buy a product after you're looking at the people who are selling, you're going, how the fuck old is that guy now?
Right.
Why
is he dressed like a child? What is he, Joe Besser?
And I'm not saying they're probably younger than me. I don't think they are. I think Dana Carvey's older than me. I think they're both slightly. Why is everything about me?
I don't know if they are, but okay.
Shut up, all of us.
I don't think they are.
I'm older, you fuck. Dana Carvey had a career in 1988 when I saw him get Saturday Night Live. He's had 2, 3, 4, 5 careers, and he's probably still.
Yeah, but you were 30. You were 30 then too.
No, I started when I was 28, my friend.
I know, but I'm just saying, in 1988, you were at least,
right. Exactly.
You were 32
as well. So anyway, see, this happened last week. So isn't that good that I listened to the show so I could do a callback to it?
That's great.
Yeah, but now I forgot where it was.
Yeah.
So
you were. It's the commercials.
Why are these?
It's the commercials.
Yeah, back to those commercials again. No, I just think there's you know what I'm just saying. I don't know if you've come to this conclusion. There's something artificial about commercialism.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've come to the.
It seems
if anybody's nailed that.
It seems like forced. Like it's almost compacted into like a 30-second thing on purpose.
They should do a TV show about that.
Yeah.
Advertising. Advertising. Advertising, I tell you. Oh, how about that sound?
That's a sigh of defeat.
Sigh defeat. Ladies and gentlemen.
My agent.
You know, it would be good, like, sigh. Not that this isn't it.
Yeah.
Sigh often or sigh,
sigh
often.
Sigh F defeat.
Hi, sigh F defeat here.
Yes.
In the old days, I would go with something like Lotta, if I couldn't think of anything. Lotta sigh or something.
Right. Hi, I'm a whole bunch of trouble.
Yeah, back in those days.
Yeah.
First of all, I was excited about Eileen and Bend Over.
Yeah.
It still gets me going.
Sure. More sigh.
But I never bought. You know what I never bought, and you probably were sucker for it. Gazinia. Don't try and Gazinia.
No.
Dick Gazinia.
No.
No. I like the way you were playing a little bit of a Cheney. Big time. No.
Don't come to me with Augustus Smelly Air.
I'm lost because this requires short-term memory and knowledge of the game.
Funny trick names we're doing.
Funny trick names.
Yes.
Do you remember when I toured the country as Gil O'Teen?
I do. It was cut short.
Can't we do an act that's just the world's worst comedy of that type?
I think we're doing it.
And that we actually go, nothing punny about puns, or just actually hit it on the nail. No, we're not. We have a sophisticated Nichols and May style thing that we have going on.
Sure.
Oh, that's my, what's that? Who laughs? That
was a little Charles Nelson Riley, but and a little bit Pac-Man.
Oh, what do I say? Stop making sounds in between things.
It is really, the sighing has become a problem.
The sighing is terrible.
It is.
This is what sighing, I've decided that this is what my sighing means whenever I sigh.
Yeah.
I'm still not any happier than I was 10 minutes ago. Right. Susan, anybody? Hey, still.
So what you're saying is it's a sigh for help.
We're comedians and we come up with very good jokes. You have to admit. Folks, it's a sigh for help. Folks, oh my God, I still feel as if I'm going to.
Maybe, is there enough oxygen in your apartment?
Oh, 20 minutes later, still COVID. Oh, jeez. This is fun. You know what the thing is, that we have fun.
We have the fun.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Look, we're already past 9:30. We did it again.
Yep. So what did you have delivered for dinner?
I like this place.
Oh, it's paranoia sets in again.
I like this place.
Is it a Drago restaurant? Or are you slumming tonight?
There's not even anything to that impression.
Why are you texting me a restaurant? Why the fuck? This restaurant is 3 miles away. No one's going to find you.
I don't care. All I see is I see that what's his name's face? He's cautioning me. Dana, what are you doing? Did you? Hey, Andy, someone told me the other day you tried to increase your credit line. What's up?
I took, by the way, in case you're paranoid, I don't know if you didn't listen through the whole show of last week's, but I removed your story about the TV writer who got mad at you. Okay, good.
It's almost like
whose name is sort of hard to pronounce.
Okay. Oh, and why did you go? Because you thought it was too obvious?
We were talking past each other.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what I noticed. Well, I've listened to the first, I think, 40 minutes of the show. So I noticed when you said a joke, I can tell you what that joke was that you said.
Yeah.
When I was saying something else.
Right.
Here's my impression of you, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, you don't have to do me.
Okay, I won't. I won't.
Okay. So, yeah, it sounds like something sauerkraut would wear. So, I guess not going to react to that. So, okay. That's what you do. Well, I'm not listening to you. You have a whole other life. I can't do impressions anymore. I can't do impressions. I can't do
I don't
bits.
know who is who there.
I can't do bits. I can't do bits. I told you at the meeting. I don't do bits. No more bits. Listen, you son of a bitch.
Just stick, no bits.
Here's me and you 2 years from now.
Yeah.
I've got my arms around your throat because I took too much Adderall. Look, you motherfucker. 2 years ago, I told you I guess you're a goddamn editor. Is that what it's all about? Is that what it's all about?
We're already we're already 6 inches away from being the Sunshine Boys.
Well, How could I possibly get you into a position where I strangled you? Okay, you had been sleeping. That's what it would be.
You have to get vaccinated first.
Can you believe it? 2 years from now, we won't even know what this was that happened. Oh, that was a lot of fun. That was fun. Now, that interaction was fun.
Yeah,
you know
you
what we
enjoyed
talking
that?
about before? That was good.
It's good. Good.
All the other stuff that you do that's, quote, interesting. If anybody's casting just an awful human being, I think I could do it.
Yeah, sure. Ringer.
But I don't have, do I have a Dabney Coleman-like charm?
No.
Here's a part
You
that I
have a
really
Larry
hated.
Linville-like charm.
Who's that? Oh, I know him. Here was my favorite part of last week's show that I heard was me. All of a sudden, Scientology was interesting to me because they were giving me self-esteem.
Right.
Oh boy, no, I haven't seen anybody do even nearly as well as you on an e-meter. Okay, I know it's all bullshit we talk about, but what was my score?
Right.
I know it doesn't really mean anything, but what was it? 97. Not too shabby.
Now, try the love tester.
I'm not falling for that again with you, Josh. Remember you had me over to play Scientology
Burning
once?
hot.
Every 3 or 4 times a week, I do this to myself.
Are you dancing while you're doing that?
No, but I'm kind of swaying.
Yeah.
And-
a little
and
cha-cha arms.
What's cha-cha arms?
It's what you do when you're comedy dancing. Your little cha-cha arms.
Like almost ready to go into jazz hands, but not quite.
Yeah, kind of sort of half jogging arms, half rhythm, somewhere between cheerleader and jogging.
Well, I'm looking right into a mirror now, and it's like,
good.
I crack myself up.
Good. You're hilarious looking.
That is uncalled for. Oh! All of a sudden. And we'll be back with You Never Know When It's Coming.
You're like
starring Andy Kindler.
You're like a Jewish Smurf.
Hey, didn't we talk about that? What were Smurfs? Okay, Smurfs
That's right.
were...
All right. Is that like a toy you throw him? That was your response.
Yes. Was that Smurf?
No.
What was that about?
Smurfs are little blue, sort of gnome-like creatures.
Isn't that... Well, what was I describing?
A ball.
No, but it was my attempt to describe Smurfs, though, right?
No.
Smurfs.
No, it's like a toy you throw it, as well as your exact quote.
But Smurfs, that's the thing you order at
Stuck
7-Eleven.
with me.
Look. Okay, that's it.
All right,
I had nothing. I thought I was... No, don't hang up, though. Don't hang up, though.
No,
I
you
can't,
seized
I can't,
up. That's what I was worried about. Oil can.
You know, between last Friday and today, I totally had decided that I don't care that I'm getting older and I'm probably going to die, and I just think it's cool. It's totally cool.
Yeah. It's the way
I wanted to let you know because you've seen me through a lot of difficult things.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you through death.
I know. I'm hoping.
How's next Thursday?
Bye. Who? We're coming up about a year anniversary of my mother and sister passing.
Yeah.
So just letting everybody know it's going to get terrible.
Could you just pick one day in the middle to just feel like shit
I think it would be better.
rather than
But,
two?
this is not, it's just
rather
the
than
first year.
the double speed bump.
I've heard, at the support groups I haven't gone to yet, a lot of people say the first anniversary of two people dying is like nothing.
Right.
It's like nothing. You're like, oh, I forgot.
Right.
Oh.
It's just a day.
And don't forget, and you know this better than, because you have you something. No, but it's like, every day for 12 times I go, I got to remember to tell Janet. Janet was my go-to.
Yeah.
Now I have to go to you when I want to talk about gossip in the family. I can't believe, like, for example, if my sister was still around, I would say, got to call Aunt Charlotte. And then Janet might say, I told her I'm not calling her anymore. Something like that. And that's just a fictional.
Yeah.
That didn't really happen.
Gotcha.
Aunt Charlotte. We love you, Aunt Charlotte. She doesn't get off the phone. Josh has trouble with the telephone. And guess what? It's so quaint because Aunt Charlotte, if you want to talk to Aunt Charlotte, you have to call her because she does not have email.
Yeah.
I don't have email. Isn't that great, Josh?
Yeah.
No email. You can't. She forces you into her fucking customs.
Does she call you ever?
No. Yes, she does. She does.
And do you answer?
No, except I'm glad you asked me that because the phone rang this week and it was my friend Christina, who's a comedy friend.
Uh-huh.
I said, hold on, Susan. I pick up the phone and go, Christina, I got to call you back in 20 minutes. Is that good? I hang up the phone. Susan goes, I have never seen you do that in your entire life, ever.
Yeah. So she thinks you're having an affair now?
So we're dating. But that's where I want to get to. That is where I want to get to.
Yeah.
I don't think that you always are obviously, I don't think you're always some people know when you're home and then they...
Right, especially this past year.
Yeah. You know, here's the thing. I've been noticing, and I don't know why, I call everybody over the last year. The people are fucking home all the time.
Right.
I go, what the fuck is this? Eh? What the fuck? So I fly like I normally do to Omaha.
Sure.
Just to hang out.
Uh-huh.
Nobody's on the plane.
I can stretch out.
There was one guy.
I can lay
said, come over
down
here.
across two seats. Because
They call
I'm
me
short.
Middle seat Marty. Hey, come here. The first person who's going to be in the middle seat, I will never see it. I will never have the experience again. I'm not flying, Josh.
No? You're done?
Well, I'm certainly not going to go unless, I mean, come on, baby, sweeten it up for me.
Yeah, no, I've been talking about a project that's going to involve doing something elsewhere. And I'm like, I could drive.
Okay, can you drive?
I could drive.
You can drive.
Yeah.
I think you should.
Well, it depends when it goes down and if I've had needle pokes by then.
You should also try and get the vaccine.
Because it's going to it'll require an audience too. And, that's going to take a while for that to be safe. So,
is this something that you can't tell me about?
I think I've told you all I can tell you on pod.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you anything off pod.
Really? How much did you make for that one time with the thing?
You tell us that on pod.
Come on. You know what? I've got nowhere to go now. It is the stupidest thing. What was the point of doing a podcast if I wanted to put a big target on me and say, hey, go make fun of the trust fund kid? I mean, come on. I haven't had everything handed to me. Hey, Josh, it's not like I never had to once or twice.
I got my self-esteem from the Kindler Family Trust.
Look, let's not kid ourselves. Just because you have a $30 million thing in the, I can't even say things can't make up stories with like $30 million in the bank or something like that.
Yeah, a little bit. You need a better live flow.
Well, I'm worth, according to Celebrity, I don't know if you go on Celebrity or whatever they're worth. What's this person worth? I'm worth $500,000.
Yeah. Ouch.
How is talking about a very, very high priced things that you weren't didn't expect? How is little Clyde on his third week back or second week?
I think this is 3 weeks since the surgery now.
That's fantastic. And so what is going on?
He is doing quite well. He is getting still a little antsy, I would say. But no.
Now, is he going to be able to jump again? Jump? Is he going to be able to do the jumping?
He'll jump again, but not while we're watching in the next 3 weeks.
Wait, do dogs do jumping?
Yeah.
Oh, they do? Because that's one of the things they do, right? They go do an obstacle course or something?
Well, I mean, that's...
You know, at the Westminster show.
I just meant simple jumping. Really.
No, but I mean, if you go to the Westminster show, and today, this horse, and he's doing like a...
They do what are called agility courses for dogs.
Oh, you make it sound like you know
But it's kind of like a steeplechase.
Oh, okay. But mostly are there any other talents in those dog shows besides walking around? I mean, is there
not in like Westminster, no. But there are different dog shows that have those things.
Every time I mention that, I think of the fact that I gave a cat who they tied a fork to its paw with a string. I gave that cat a 10 for eating spaghetti with his manipulated paw.
Yeah.
His owner.
What kind of acid trip are you having right now?
I was on Pet Stars.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to evaluate pets, and I just I couldn't give out a bad mark.
Right. Pets. This was because you were one of the Animal Planet celebrities.
No. Oh, maybe that was it. No. I don't think anybody knew I was on Animal. Maybe Mario Lopez hosted.
Yeah.
And it paid well.
Oh, that's good. And you got to
I can't believe you don't know. I would think you'd know Pet Star. It's like Stupid Pet Tricks, the show.
I have no recollection of it whatsoever, but I could totally see it now.
Oh, okay. You're lying. You watch it and you're just afraid to say it.
Spaghetti eating cat? Come on.
I don't know why I slowed the show down, but it's at least it was somewhere in the same. Now I am starting to get nervous because we started at 9:30.
Yeah, no, you're in the zone.
Oh God.
Gonna take you right into the danger zone.
Hey, let's talk about that. That sounds like the preschool kids.
Preschool Top Gun.
That would be a great movie.
Be careful, Iceman! He's on your tail! No goose!
What a stupid movie. I saw that movie and it was just so stupid.
Let's go play some volleyball!
I will see Point Break again. That's something I will see, because if anybody wants to know what it was like for me in the 80s...
Which were you? Were you Keanu or Swayze?
I don't know. I remember robbing banks with a Reagan mask, but I don't remember anything else. Were they? I don't remember the movie. Were they surfers?
Oh, there was a lot.
Volleyballers?
No, there was surfing.
Oh, well, there was also a volleyball movie. I'm sure you've seen it. Side Out.
with C. Thomas Howell, I believe.
Yes, you're right. Oh my God, this is terrible.
And Peter Horton?
Yes. Oh
nice.
But for me, it was like, I know where that house is.
Oh, right, because they filmed it right by there.
Yeah, that's the strand of the beach. I feel sad that you never came down to Hermosa Beach or something when I lived. Did you?
No, you never invited me. Let's be honest.
Well, because
I did go to Hermosa Beach, but not to see you.
McEnroe says that. You're sounding more like McEnroe. Let's be honest. He always says.
Yeah.
No, I would have invited you down there. It was I would never no one ever came down. Susan was the first person who came down to visit me.
And then you married her.
Right. So, not just based on that.
So thank God I didn't come down sooner.
Not the same. And you can tell they started a little bit later than they normally do, and now it's a half hour past when they normally do it. Yeah. And you can tell there's a certain decline in the level of the banter. 65 degrees.
I was a fool to fall in love, a fool to fall for you, and somewhere in my heart, I suppose I knew you never needed anyone to tell you what to do. fall in love, a fool in misery. And now I've had enough. I agree, I was a fool. Why did I believe you really cared for me? It's funny now it's over. The man could see it was a crime, a lie. And now I know I was a fool. I know I was a fool. 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 I was a
Hey, everybody. What day is today? Today's Wednesday.
Correct.
How are you?
I'm swell.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Hey, happy hump day.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And?
What happened? Anything happened at the office today that you want to tell me about? I got to tell you about some stuff I heard around the water cooler.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm around the water cooler, and we're talking about why are there no black people on Friends? And I'm saying, I don't know. And someone else says it's 1997.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how you get out of a bit that's not funny. What do you do?
It hasn't happened yet for me.
Help! 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 Throw me a Line.
Let's guest cast the monkey back into.
Oh, that's always good. If I was to be a writer on a sitcom staff, and I would be very angry, and I would just keep pitching everything, and then we have a monkey in it,
Right.
and a monkey,
Yeah.
and you go into the main office, you find out it's IBM. What do you find out? Monkey. I bet. Have you ever been in a monkey project? I say no.
Have I ever been in a monkey project? No. I'm trying to think if I've ever done anything involving a monkey even.
I know. Well, Mystery Science Theater, there had to have been something.
Yeah, I mean, there was monkey movies. There's like Time of the Apes and stuff.
Okay, how many?
Not Planet of the Apes.
All right,
Time
how
of
many
the Apes.
monkey movies are there? There's like, besides the Planet of the Apes series.
Are we going full Simian Kingdom kind of?
Yeah, like a kingdom. It has to be, hey, this week on Space Monkeys.
You know, there was the one where with speaking of Friends, there was Matthew Perry with Ed.
What? This sounds familiar to me. Was that a movie?
It was a movie, yeah.
Was it good?
I think he was a baseball playing chimp. And then there was the representing the orangutan kingdom. We had Clint Eastwood with Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can.
Oh, God. Now, were they good-natured romps?
In the from the presidential ranks, of course, we have Bedtime for Bonzo.
Okay, so I shouldn't have picked such a storied franchise.
We had Monkey Shines. That's a
What's
horror
that?
movie about a helper monkey that goes woohoo cuckoo. Then there's all right. So we got some monkey stuff as well.
We have a lot of monkeys.
Yeah.
Well, again, a tribute to you and your intact.
Not to dismiss BJ and the Bear from the TV ranks. That's a whole other kettle of chips.
BJ and the Bear
Yeah.
is not about a bear?
No, it's about a man and a chimp in a truck.
Okay, Is the chimp called BJ?
No, the chimp is Bear.
Is that part of the joke?
No, but I just like how you got the most wrong possible out of it.
Hey, Bear. Why do you call him Bear? Because he's not.
Because that was his name.
Hey. And so did they solve crimes? Tell me they solved crimes together.
That wasn't their primary mission. Their primary mission was to move goods.
So it's now that was a show that I think ran for a few seasons even.
Yeah, maybe 3.
What a garbage show that had to be. Just garbage.
But, I was like 9 through 11 probably.
So it was good then.
It was right. I was even younger probably. I was probably like 8 to 10. And it met my standards, let's just say.
I can't remember my parents necessarily mocking me for my choices. They just kind of like we watched Superman. They kind of played along.
Well, if my parents were present, then they got to choose pretty much.
Oh, right. That's true.
But we had TVs in our room, so there was always that option.
Well, there was always commenting, wasn't there? Didn't your father come in by the room and do his impression of one of the Beatles, or?
Not really. No.
I didn't need to bring up something sad.
My dad just wasn't that interested in what we were doing. And I don't mean that with like there was any neglect to it, really.
Mm-hmm.
He just, he would have been fake. It would have been insincere for him to give a shit what we were up to much of the time.
But as you got older, did you I was cool with my father. We had a lot of crossover stuff we liked. I always liked, since I wanted him to think I was intelligent, I always liked when we liked the same things and we could,
there was my dad liked toy. I mean, he liked playing, with stuff, but just on a day-to-day basis, he wasn't all up. He wasn't all up in there.
As you said that, I was just thinking about my brief period of the race car track that my sister's boyfriend Arthur Riaf built.
Yeah,
down in the bay. Oh, I was so exciting. That kept me going. I want to say for almost a year.
My dad would have gotten into that racetrack for a while.
Yeah, my dad didn't.
Yeah, my dad would.
Wow. Okay, so your dad. Why am I saying wow? Why can't I react like a normal person to anecdotes? Whoa! Hold on a second, Josh. Step back for a minute. All right, let's wind that back.
You're like a mellotron. You just have little tape loops of of reactions.
Is a mellotron not an organ?
A mellotron is an organ that triggers each key triggers a tape loop that contains a tone.
Wow. So this is way before any MIDI type of a situation.
Yeah.
This is back to the 50s maybe even, right? Or
60s,
no,
I think.
60s.
Yeah.
I have a memory of hearing it and it sounding good.
Yeah, I mean, you heard it plenty in the late 60s especially.
Everybody's going about ha. Isn't that one?
I think Strawberry Fields Forever is a mellotron.
Ooh, it's a George R. Martin kind of. George R. Martin liked to do it. Did you know that his original name was? Oh, I cannot get our once again. First of all, it says Monday night. That song, I can't get enough of that, of our song. You're old school from the thing. And then Andy says that he can't remember what he ate. Something like that. It's on fire. I love that song.
Good.
I like the idea. I like the juxtaposition?
Yeah.
Between the rocking, between a hard driving song like that.
Yeah.
And what then you hear on the show, which is, hello, my back hurts. Right?
It wasn't really that hard driving, I gotta say. I mean, it was just rap.
Well, that to me is hard driving. That's, in other words, it's hard driving in the sense that I don't accompany myself with that kind of sound as I'm walking around the city.
All right.
I'm more like,
doop 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 doop.
Yes, exactly.
Doop 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 doop.
Boing.
You have more of a Carl Stalling thing going on.
I don't even know what that is. Is that like Carl Ballantine?
No, Carl Stalling was the composer who did all the Looney Tunes.
So it's all that bing, schmackety bing.
Well, and it's also blink, 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 blink. You know, it's orchestral.
Yeah, it's like a tell me there's
orchestral Foley, sort of.
Right, but don't tell me there's any plunking violin strings as someone's walking all across the
Yes,
floor.
of course.
That's where I draw the line
there
at
is.
that. Blink, 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 blink. I think classical music, if the guy who invented it, whoever it was, saw what happened to it, he'd be very depressed.
Adam Classical was his name.
Yeah, Adam J. The Classical Family.
Yeah.
Oh, that was I like to call that a fun run.
Yeah, do you? Why did you end it like that so abruptly?
Because I'm an idiot. I'll tell you why. I can't. Here's why. It's like if I'm in therapy and things are going well.
Yeah.
I start to look I go, boy, things are going well.
Yeah.
I wonder what I should do now.
It's the narrating. The narrating will always get you.
The narrating is both my Achilles heel and also my really bad Achilles heel.
Right. It's your left and right Achilles heel.
Yes, both of them.
Yes.
Oh, hey, Josh. I know this as a lull. I'm the only person on the podcast networks who says every time when he notices a lull. 12 minutes after the hour.
I just wanted there to be a lull after your lull song.
I know. But I'm so needy for the audience love. I couldn't even wait.
I understand.
You're not my therapist, okay? Stop talking to me like you're Sigmund Freud and I'm like a specimen
All right.
wiggling under a microscope.
You want me to give you a more normal response? Look, get this guy.
I wanted just a little more. I wanted 5 seconds more.
Fucking narrator.
Look, the thing that makes me, that's what people love to hate about me.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm having a good comedy set.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what that means? One joke worked.
Sure.
Right? So
Exactly.
then I'm like,
it's like a golf shot.
yeah. And then I stop. I go, hey, did anybody notice I was doing well? What do you think of that? Hey, what if I didn't do well right now, sir? Sir. Why aren't you laughing, sir? You're not saying anything funny. But, career goes down. No more calls. COVID hits. When the pandemic passes, I'm 73. now booking 2025.
All right. You're 70.
I'm booking my 70 tour. My turning 70 tour.
Yeah.
Thank you. If I do tour when I'm 70, I'm going to tour like I'm Frank Sinatra. Keep it going for Josh Elvis Weinstein, everybody. It's great to be here.
You could sell 70 seats for each show by offering 140.
Hey, I always said if I made it to 70, I was going to charge 140, and then I forgot the rest of the bit because I'm old. Who's with me? Hey, do you ever do this? Has anybody done this? You get to 67 and you want that Social Security but you go, should I wait to 70? And so you know what you do? You look on a table and the table says to wait to 70. Folks, I'm very happy to announce today I qualify for my full boat Social Security. Keep it going for me. Oh, that hurts. Meanwhile, you're like 49 or...
Yeah, I am. For
That's
like
unbelievable.
seconds more.
And what a waste. If I was turning 50, I would know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Not like you, what's a bad word? You zutz? Is yutz bad? You're a yutz?
That's not good.
Don't hang up on me.
Okay.
Okay. It's, you know what it's like? It's like it's the Kindler sigh. It's the sigh.
It's another sigh for help.
Sigh for help. Oh, another 4 minutes of, he doesn't like me now again. Oh, I can't possibly continue for 15 more minutes. Oh, that was a good moment. Sabotage it.
Yeah.
I'm going to start snorting coke during the show.
Go for it.
Oh, why would you want us to end in a sad note?
Because I want to hear the story about you getting coke.
You mean buying the coke or
Yes,
getting coked up?
buying the coke.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen. That's going to require the next legalization. My doctor says I need. Andy, why are you doing the coke? I think I like to do it. My doctor says I should do more coke. Really? Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready for a big diet switch. I'm on oxycodone all of August. Big doses.
I call it August Codone. It's like Sober October, except with Oxy.
Hey, is that Frank Thomas? Boy, do you look sexual.
Wow, you have just a sort of testosterone-y thing going on.
Yeah. No, nothing stereotypical about it. If you looked exactly the same and you were white, I'm sure you would be selling tires, right? Or Bradshaw. You'd be like Terry Bradshaw selling walk-in tubs. What happened, Josh? What was I able to engineer? We're back to talking about commercials.
That's right. Back to safety.
Are you kidding me? I spent 3 hours today putting together my stop motion Burbank firm commercial on Twitter.
Yeah.
First of all, I never noticed that a kid runs through the frame at the beginning.
Yeah,
I never saw the beginning of that commercial.
We won. Good game. How could you tell?
Oh God! I was stop. Okay, guys, look. Do you know why you're saying good game? Yeah, because I like games. No. You're reacting to the enthusiasm of your son or whoever, your grandson, I'm assuming. The guy is 90. He does more stuff with an apple. He does more stuff with an apple than Cupid.
Cupid?
Did Cupid do an apple?
No, he had nothing to do with apples. He had arrows. William
It goes
Tell.
to an apple,
William
right?
Tell no, that was William Tell again.
William Burroughs, right? He killed his first wife.
Yeah, that was.
And then he had a career.
That was a
Those were the
bullet, though.
days. What's that?
That was a bullet, though.
Right, but those were the days, Josh. You could kill your first wife
Sure.
and still have a very nice
You get
career.
a mulligan.
Hey, what did you, Burroughs? What the fuck did you do?
Oops.
She wanted me to do the William Tell thing.
I'm a bad boy.
See, William Burroughs and I have OCD. I'm just telling you that.
He did not. That is for certain.
Were you sad when Phil Spector died? How about that for a conversation stopper?
No, I wasn't.
You know, here's the thing. Whenever I think about Phil Spector or anybody in...
I wasn't
similar
happy. I didn't mind.
No,
him.
it's
I
a
didn't
sad-
mind him sitting in prison.
No, but the whole thing is a tragedy. But just you think, I always think to myself, if I was Phil Spector, I wouldn't have made all those mistakes, starting with the wig, and you know what I mean? Why? I'd say to myself, "You're Phil Spector, asshole. Why do you have to carry a gun around?" But you see, that if Phil Spector thought like that,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have ended up where he was.
Yeah, we don't know which part of where the talent and the madness overlap.
I mean, even when he was at the height of his whatever you want to call powers, he was still crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Super crazy. Big asshole.
Weinstein. Hey, Weinstein, where's my fucking wall of sound? What'd you do with it? Do you like Drew Friedman, right?
I do.
He does that book about the fun never stops, and he just does a whole thing about Buddy Rich. Maybe he wrote it with his brother, with the Buddy Rich thing. And I just love that they portray Buddy Rich as, I'm the greatest goddamn drummer and it just seems like exactly the way he was too. Like it was not.
I'll play a clip at the break.
Oh, that would be so good. Is this when is he on a bus, or do I always imagine that these take places on a bus?
No, it's mostly on the bus. There's about 3 of them out there.
Does he say anything about the ability of the people around him that don't measure up to him? Does that come up at all?
Yes. I mean, that's always implicit in his tone.
So it doesn't start out with, Eddie, great job tonight, but it's never.
No. It's what the fuck did I tell you about the fa-ba-ba? You know?
Well, did you think he was angry?
This is my band. If you're on my band, get off the fucking bus. How about that?
Oh. Now, do you think that he was upset because he knew he was kind of in a way just a hack? Or you don't think he was that self-aware?
Well, he wasn't a hack. He was a great fucking drummer.
Right, but the career path he shows no, he's not a hack. Okay, so think about it. He's insane. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Instead of being happy as a great drummer, he had to be. He can't be. I make music tick.
Yeah, no, but if you see him play, even when he was like in others' bands,
Yeah, he was always great, right?
he was always great. But he also had this mean sort of mania to him, even when he was just playing. You know,
Like the anti-G.E. Smith.
It was an angry. Yeah, exactly. He kind of mean mugged his way through the drumming.
Oh man, yeah, I think drumming can either make. I think there's something about drumming that could make you go crazy. Like, look at it's like you don't feel like you're getting enough attention. If you're crazy, I mean, I would love to play drums, and I'm going to.
No, you're not.
Okay,
You made that decision when you bought a condo.
You son of a bitch! Why can't I get those little paddies with the headphones?
You could.
But you can't. I don't know. Talking about something that's not happening.
Yeah.
I can't even play the guitar.
Yeah. Well, you won't. You don't.
Oh, what are you, evil life coach person?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any friends? And I'm just saying this very generally, just so you can cut it out. But do you have any friends who are life coaches?
I do not.
Okay, I do have a friend. I'm just saying it's weird. I don't. It's someone I don't. Casually, I know this person.
Yeah.
But I did know.
You only hear from them when they need to borrow money.
Hey, I'm calling because I thought it would be great if you instituted a 3-year plan to give me money.
Right.
What do you think of that? Oh, okay. Well, that was a dead end, no
Well,
tunnel.
no. What was your point about the life coach?
Oh, no, that the person I know, it's hard for me to, I can't suspend my judgment when I read the things that,
I guess
that
I
the
do know a
person talks
couple
about.
people, but they weren't ever really friends, but like high school people who found their way into my LinkedIn and stuff.
Yeah. See, that's the type of thing you go, I'm not looking at that too much more closely. What's the point? I'm just going to get aggravated. I'm trying not to get aggravated anymore. I think it's going to be the greatest thing in the world. It's like not watching the Woody Allen
Well,
thing.
it will go hand in hand with you quitting comedy.
What do you mean?
I mean, once you're not angry anymore, wins out of the sales. I think you proved that.
What? How's my acting now?
Yeah.
Huh? But I think that that I would be happy kibitzing in a deli.
Yeah,
Right?
I think you would. Yeah. No, if the government gift rules were different, I think you could have a very happy life.
The one thing that Trump wanted to do that I thought could have been a big thing was bringing back the deductions for meals, for business meals.
Yeah.
Didn't you feel like he was onto something?
Yes, for sure. I actually had I had a lunch today.
What'd you do? Oh. Uh-oh.
What do you what?
There's a new strain coming. There's new strains coming around. Strainy.
Yeah, well, this strain came around and brought lunch.
Oh, that means Joel Madison, and he brought barbecue.
No, it means Ricky Maybe, and he brought deli, dipshit.
Well, it wasn't. Well, was it Ricky or not? Everybody likes a gag. Yes, we really like a gag. Yeah.
He's Canadian. He doesn't want to take a stand and offend somebody.
If he could. Hi, my name is Ricky Maybe, and I know what you're thinking. I don't have it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just remember that when you make fun of someone's name, you remind them of the biggest asshole who ever made fun of their name.
I think you're doing an ask you me thing, right?
Sort of.
Sort of like that. But it's like
But the great thing, and Ricky listens to our show, so hi, Ricky. Was
Ricky!
We were sitting on the patio, and what do we hear but... And Ricky is like, is that the truck? Is that the truck? It was like he was like in Lake Wobegon and he got a powder milk biscuit or something.
It is and you know what? That's going to be the kind of thing that years from now, when people You know, I assume there'll be a tour of this whole valley area.
Sure.
One day.
Yes.
Did I see him also around the holidays at your house? Did he come by your house for food?
No.
Okay, I can't get my. Well, but is he a person who's a friend with you since you were a kid?
No.
Or is he a comedian?
He is a actor, director, writer.
Okay. What do you think? There's anything I could say now to follow the horrible things I just said that like indicated dementia that could save this?
No, but it's like, why are you taking a guess?
Because I thought, oh, that went too far. You like my dynamics? That went too far.
Fake anger out the window.
Oh. Hey, I'm working on a new bit, Josh. I know you're going to hang up on me soon, but I'm working on a new bit. You ready?
Yeah.
God, it's Andy Noir.
Yeah.
That laugh said it all. That laugh was like, he's pathetic. He's pathetic. I'm not surprised that he would try to unspool this horrible bit.
I brought Garrison Keillor onto your radar, so.
Think people are saying that Mike Lindell is one smart cookie because he apparently his business has, but maybe you said that his business, forget it. I know that I violated the rule. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, good.
But I kind of do hope something more crazy happens.
I'm not saying I
Don't
won't
you
talk
think-
about him, but his impression doesn't have a platform here anymore.
Right. But there's something super. He might. No, I'm trying to make it like he knows what he's doing, which he doesn't.
Yeah.
People who are salesmen, they're good at selling.
Crazy like a fox with brain damage. Crazy like a fox on crack.
Crazy like crack on steroids.
Why?
Crazy like crack on fentanyl. I can't do the drug material I used to do in the 60s. You know, the band's all excited because the boat from Columbia pulled up.
All right. We all stopped by the model shop. Wink, wink.
Is that with the glue?
Yes.
That is so old school. That's Lenny Bruce old school.
Yeah, that's why you said the 60s. So.
When was Prohibition?
The 20s?
Okay. How's your father's mustache? Hey, the band seems pretty happy because they got a little load of illegal hooch. So's your father. A mustache. And when was it? Was it 19? I'm going to take a guess now. It was repealed in 1933? No,
yeah,
that's when Hitler came to
let's
power.
say 33, sure.
So Hitler comes to power and people start drinking in the United States?
Yeah, but Hitler coming to power in 1933 wasn't such a big ripple here in the U.S.
You know why? We were too drunk to tell. Folks, keep it going for historical Mark Russell. Has there anything that has happened that we should talk about?
Anything that is in history or today?
No, I mean,
or?
this seems like
I ate
we're
terribly today. How about that?
Okay, what'd you eat?
I had a Reuben and fries for lunch.
Oh, is it like so is this with Ricky Maybe?
Yes.
He brought it from
Arts.
Oh, and
I know you don't like to name restaurants, but
we'll be back with unexplained paranoia. Don't tell them. Don't tell them I have a car.
And then I had a BLT for dinner.
Now, why was it bad? No,
it was all delicious, but it was all horrible food for you.
How would you compare Arts to Brent and the others?
I would compare it below Brent's and above most of the others.
Well, how are they staying? And are they staying open nicely? Because there are places that have closed along Ventura Boulevard.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know that Bruce Springsteen wrote a song about it?
No.
And then down to the cold water canyon. Okay, look.
Are you going to listen to the Boss and the President podcast?
I think that probably, first of all, Susan's telling me about this. I go, Susan, let me stop you right there. Bruce Springsteen doesn't have a podcast. She swears he has a podcast.
Yeah.
No, I said, that's not true. He doesn't, right?
He does.
Come on, Josh. What is it? Can people leave one area for us?
I actually said that when they announced it was because it's Springsteen and Obama.
Wait, no.
And I said,
it's stunt casting?
and they said it's like they talk about their friendship and world affairs and other things. I said, and I tweeted, it's like a Goyish thought spiral.
First of all, we're already competing with Michelle Obama's podcast. I mean, what are we going to do? We need to get better PR or something.
We need to get more accomplished.
I think we are. I'm going to be someone who's living in a dream world. What are you talking about? I think we have great penetration. Our market penetration is very.
Let's ask our executive in charge of penetration. It's not going so well.
Okay, all right.
What the fuck do you think is going on here? You had too many fucking days off and you think this is the game? You think I'm the only one that's going to work up there? Well, you motherfuckers sit out there and clam all over this fucking joint. What do you think this is, anyhow? What kind of plane do you think this is? What kind of miscues do you call this? What fucking bed do you think you're playing on, motherfuckers? You want to fuck with me on the bandstand? Shut that fucking door. I'm up there working my balls off, trying to do somebody a favor, and you motherfuckers are sucking all over this joint. What kind of trumpet section do you call us tonight? And saxophones? You gotta fucking be kidding me! How dare you call yourselves professional? Assholes are playing like fucking children up there. You got your fucking, where the fuck are you? There's Marcus. You got your fucking horn so far deep in the fucking bell, we don't need to have a band here tonight. You afraid you won't be heard? Everybody can hear your fucking clams out there. You don't need a mic for that. You're taking up too much fucking time blowing what? Shit! You stand out here all fucking night trying to blow your fucking brains out when it comes time to play. What do you play? Clams? You got nowhere to fucking go the next day, because if I hear one fucking clam from anybody, you've had it. One clam and this whole fucking band is through tonight. Try me. You got some fucking nerve. Nights off, nothing to do, and you come in and play this kind of shit for me? Fuck all of you. You're not doing me any fucking favors. You're breaking my heart up there. I gotta go up there and be embarrassed by you motherfuckers. I play with the greatest fucking musicians in the world. How dare you play like that for me? How dare you try to play like that for me? Assholes. I get 15 fucking kids in rehearsal. The fucking time of this band is incredible. We don't play two fucking bars in one fucking tempo. Not one. You can't keep fucking time and play. There's too many things to do, isn't there? You can't pat your fucking foot and play. You're all over the fucking place. Miscue after miscue. You try one fuck up the next set, and when you get back to the office, you'll need another fucking job. Count on it. Get out of my fucking bus. Right now. Take it over.
Good afternoon, Josh. How are you today, buddy? Buddy? That's no good. How's it going, friend?
I don't need your insincere spew on me to start the day.
How are you, friend?
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like that at all?
I do not like that.
How about one of these? Hello.
That's better.
Hey, I found the good, I'm always looking for a good, what's a good food? People will ask me, what's the best food to eat during a podcast?
Yeah.
And I think I finally found, I should have gone by the tennis matches I watch more. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
You ready for what I'm going to do?
Soylent Green?
Nope. So how's everything going? Okay, good. I'm eating a goddamn banana, and you can barely tell, can't you?
Well, the minute of preamble about it really kind of outed you.
But how about now?
No, you sound like either you're eating or you're having a stroke.
Oh, you can't hear nothing. I checked this out on the web.
It's so fucking gross. Old man eating banana in my ears sounds great.
Sounds terrible. Poor kid.
How about some baby food?
No. Yes, I would like to transition over to horrible lumpy oatmeal and do interviews,
Yeah.
podcast interviews while I'm eating.
I guess what I'm eating. You can't, I bet. Because it's sound invisible.
Hey, what do you? Can they see me eat my banana? Well, I'm glad we got over that.
Are you done with the banana?
No, I still have a little bit left.
All right, eat it. Sensually.
You don't call me Godfather. I've come to you. Have you ever heard my Marlon Brando?
I still haven't. No.
You ready? I ask you, Josh, I ask you, you come to me. If you're sick one day, may have to do this. You come to me.
I'm sick from today.
Josh, you come to me. You come to me and you say, what does he say he gets so upset about? You come here today and you say, where's my money? He's at a wedding.
You know,
First of all,
you
he
never
never goes-
you never invited me to your house for coffee. You come here. If you would have come here in friendship, it would have been a whole different ball of wax.
He doesn't say ball of wax.
It's a whole different kettle of fish. If you would have come here,
He doesn't say that.
it's a whole different mishigas. If
It's
you
a
would have come
fine
here in
Hattie.
friendship. But
Imagine me as
instead,
a
it's,
godfather.
I just happen to know that the Godfather will do just about anything for anybody on his daughter's wedding day. So in a way, you're really taking advantage of me, is my point. So yeah, I'll do your thing, but it's not so classy.
Oh, these moments. I love this. This is what I love. This is what I love, not the other stuff, whatever I do normally.
And may your grandchild be a male child.
Oh, there's nothing better than the insulted Godfather.
I was watching last night. The guy wrote a book about the Minneapolis comedy scene, the beginning of the scene, essentially, which was, Louis Anderson and Bill Bauer and Scott Hansen and Jeff Turbino and Cesario and Madison and Liz Winstead is sort of the second gen. So he wrote this book, so they did like a Zoom promotional launch of the book that I watched on YouTube the next day. And Scott Hansen was talking. This was Scott Hansen's version of a compliment to Liz Winstead. He was like, "Oh man, when Liz was on stage, you couldn't even tell it was a woman up there."
Was Liz on the line?
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Did she laugh at that?
she laughed, but she obviously just bit her tongue a mouthful of blood. She was very classy about it, just because what would be the point?
Oh, she always hears. I saw her once on Hardball, Liz Winstead, and so Chris Hardball says to her, he goes, "Hey, in your field, you have to come up with a lot of snappers." He kept saying snappers over and over again, and I said to Liz, I text, I would ever tweet. I said, I just wanted you to say, "Oh, sure, when you're doing snappers, yeah, well, we've got snappers for that."
Sure.
He was like your crazy libertarian uncle.
Yeah.
Who took over. That's what he was. Who took over a show.
We need more shows taken over like that, it seems.
Well, we've lost. Who's the next person that we've? Okay, who's the 4:00 person that we? Oh, that was Chris Matthews. Okay.
Yeah.
Hasn't there one more person from those days gone down recently? I can't think. Maybe I keep thinking Chuck Todd's fired, but he's not.
Well, yeah, he did get moved out of the afternoon slot.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he's a morning guy now.
Oh, so he's with, is it him and Katie Tur, or are they back-to-back hours? Because I usually watch CNN.
I think they're back to back. Yeah, I've gone a little more CNN in the morning now.
Well, Brianna Keeler.
Yeah.
I watch Brianna Keeler because she's asked me to. She's very attractive to me.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A lot of these women who I stare, there's another woman, Bedelia. Medelia. She's a medical lady.
Yeah.
And she's so attractive, and she's crazy about me. And that's what I can tell.
Yeah.
I can't even. This is what it must mean to be married, though. This is like the.
I guess so, but it also has a touch of toxic masculinity to it overall.
Oh! I don't defend it on any level. I'm not. I don't say you should criticize me less for the misogyny.
Right.
But I'm just saying that I'm staring at the screen like, she's dreamy. There may be something to this misogyny thing if I can't hear what she's saying.
Right.
Because I'm in dreamy land.
Oh, dream weaver.
Look, I'm of the generation, Josh, where it's still charming that I'm like a Don Rickles. It's still charming that I have old timey ideas.
Yeah. I was watching 7 Year Itch a couple weeks ago now, I guess. Billy Wilder movie.
Oh, I think I've seen that come up, or maybe you've told me about it.
It's the one where Marilyn Monroe is standing over the subway grate.
I never have seen it.
And it's just, I mean, it was based on a play, but it's like so much of it is a guy talking out loud to himself that and it just doesn't work in the movies. But it's all just, 1950s sort of softcore, horny guy comedy.
Yeah. Well, one scene I remember when I was a kid that you probably wouldn't be able to redo now, but got me very excited as an adolescent man, is the scene in. I've never seen the movie since then. There's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah.
Where he comes. The first scene is you don't know he has his wife at gunpoint. You don't know it's his wife at that point.
Right.
And he proceeds to seduce her. And you can't get. It's so exciting. Oh, the idea that she thinks she's getting killed. No, she's not. She knows it's him, right? We don't know it's him yet.
Right.
You can't make that today.
You're part of the.
I mean, I'm not saying you should make it today.
Con. I think that's part of the. That's how they fish you in to go. Oh, these are very convincing con people.
Yes, that's true. I don't think they were ever called conmen.
No.
Did I ever tell you that
changed
before?
It at Ellis Island.
This is how you know someone's not from the street. Josh, I don't know if I ever told you before, as a comedian, I was a conman for a little while.
Really?
It was bad people. I dealt with some bad people.
I heard you were a bagman. For the mob.
Hey, the bagman. You ever hear that song? The bagman gave me 2 cures. Well, the bagman. Look, Godzilla. Come on. These jokes still work.
Yes.
Godzilla, I made your favorite.
Look up in the sky. It's Spider-Man.
Now, are you familiar with superheroes? Have you met Spider-Man?
Leon Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah, sure. You know who my favorite superhero was? Green Lantern. You could tell me, it could be a $1 million question, and I would not be able to tell you. Does the green energy come out of his lantern?
Sort of.
Oh, is it too complicated for me to?
I don't know if you. Yeah, I think it might take a couple episodes for me.
Whoa, buddy boy!
Get you to grok the mythology.
Is the Green Lantern an actual lantern?
No,
that someone uses.
No.
It's
not any worse. It's a ring.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, that's not any cooler than a lantern, really.
Yeah, it's actually it's like having the watchtower man.
Yeah, I'm Diogenes.
Is that what they're called? Watchtowers?
Lighthouses.
Oh, the watchtower.
Are you thinking lighthouses?
Lighthouses is what I meant.
Yeah.
Lighthouse man. It's lighthouse
there are
man.
watchtowers.
I was referring to lighthouseman. We're on today, baby. We should book something.
Yeah.
Seriously, book something.
Are the banter clubs open?
No, you'll never catch me bantering. I've already was afraid to. I turned down another email thing because I was afraid I would get Groucho-y.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, I hope I haven't fully paralyzed you from self-promotion, but
Well, I tried to explain it to Jess, who does some of my PR at different times, and she couldn't understand. Because she's read those English articles.
right.
They probably cracked her up.
Exactly.
You're making jokes. Oh, so you don't want to be funny?
The problem is that the people who love you think different things about you are funny. I think.
No, I think it was a blind spot. I thought I was getting away with it. I really did.
I
thought it was
you
like
were. I'm the only one who's busted you.
no, but it didn't feel good. They don't feel good when I read them back. Or like,
Okay, good. At least I'm not being a dick.
How long have you been in comedy, Andy? By in comedy, do you mean like a car? Or in comedy, do you mean
I'm still waiting for the comedy bus to show up.
3 sentences later? Let me say other things that you would not naturally say in an interview.
You fill it out like a clever worksheet.
Oh, I laughed away from the mic. Sorry.
That's okay. All right, that's the lull. Let's hit the questions.
Let's do this. Oh, God.
Dan Marsh has resubmitted a question from a previous
Wow.
show that I apparently missed. And it says, if you could have been present at the filming of any movie, not as a participant, but you get to attend all the meetings and production and parties, which do you pick and why? Well, first of all, the idea of being on a film set and not participating in any way is a horrible, maddening thought to me.
Well, for you. Yeah, for you. It's like Dr. Control.
What nickname were you about to give me?
No, because what did he work for in The Man from Uncle? Control?
Uncle, I think.
No, someone worked for Control.
No, Control was from was Get Smart, wasn't it?
Yes, that's it. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, but that would be very hard for you.
It is very hard for me. So I guess, I don't know. I guess I'd rather be there watching a hilarious disaster. Maybe Caddyshack would be a fun one to just sit and do coke on the sidelines while it all unfolded.
Yeah, I would go back to like the movies that I like, Five Easy Pieces or one of those movies. It'd be interesting to me to see how those movies came together.
Yeah, but you know how they came together. There was a script.
I don't know.
You've been on sets.
I didn't come up with the question, Josh. I mean, it's the second time around with Dan. You have, by all rights, you could just exclude the question.
Seth Dick III says, Mama Dick III
He's always starts out with Mama Dick now. I know this.
had a fever and chills this week, but she got tested and was negative for COVID, but not before some stressful hours, I must admit.
Oh, wait, this could be true.
She will get the vaccine soon, they say. Anywho, she was curious about Josh's role in Dark Star, the movie.
It's such ridiculous. What do you believe is true? Is his name true? Does he have a mother? Is any of it true? Does she really want to know about Dark Star?
That part, I think, is for sure the fictional part of the equation. I think
What is Dark Star?
Dark Star was not, in fact, a movie. Dark Star was a CD-ROM video game that I had a role as a starship captain in trouble in. But that was it. It was literally like one day of shooting.
Who was it? What outfit was it?
It was this sort of one-man crusade to make this game that took about 10 years, I think, of him laboring, almost to the point where the format didn't exist anymore, I think.
Wow.
But it was, there was more people involved, but it was really just, it was like me and my fucking doc. It was just like one guy dragging this thing along.
But nothing to do with the Grateful Dead.
And I'm not even cool enough to remember his name. So, that goes to show you.
And no Grateful Dead background to the name, just...
There might have been. But I didn't dive real hard into the whole overall story. I was sort of one of those tangential cameo characters, I think, that just pops up.
Yeah. Yeah, those
I was one story beat for the person playing,
I remember we did, we tried to do a version of the Hack Comics Handbook for a company called Pathmark or Time. And it literally took us 8 months to do it. And then if you ever went to the website, it just looked so terrible. It's like unbelievable that we even thought it was computers.
Yeah. What was it, like Flash animation or something? Or
I'm trying to think. I mean, there was definitely a lot of photographs. It was tons of photographs.
Yeah.
So it was like, do you want to end up like Mr. Hotshot comedian? Then there'd be a picture with me. But we literally did almost every photo involved with stand-up, leaning forward, leaning back. So
yeah,
it wasn't as funny as the article.
This guy knows what I'm talking about. That point. Tripahara says, are the clothing racks at Jimmy O's shorter than average so that the customers aren't wandering around like they're in the hedge maze from The Shining?
I just can't get over that my favorite line in that song is shorter. What is it? Shorter than the jacket? Am I shorter than the jacket? Who's shorter than the jacket? Is it?
Smaller.
Or is it? It's smaller. That's our fan
Smaller than the
base.
suits at Jimmy O's.
Is that our fan base?
I think so, yeah. A fan base that's smaller than the suits at Jimmy O's.
There's something about someone putting your own self-deprecation to music. It's so great to me. And Andy's so high, you don't know what the hell he's talking about. Stuff like that.
And I'm a motherfucking pimp, so I'm always gonna
I know
like
you're
this song.
old school. I got scared of you from that.
Yeah.
Like, don't mess with you.
Yeah, don't mess with me. If that's your takeaway, then I like the song even better.
Why do you continue to want to taunt me and make me more frightened of you? How does that help you?
Because that makes you less of a threat.
Oh, okay. Makes sense now. You mean like a threat, like I could fall on you or something and hurt your toe?
I don't know. Just,
I did take Taekwondo. I've taken Taekwondo.
I know. You keep telling me that whenever I get near you.
Well, all you need all you need is someone who, yes, I'm a black belt, but is a little bit not so great with my technique to show you a couple of things, right?
Yeah.
No, stand there, Josh. No, seriously, I'm not going to come near you. Boom. Back to the hospital. Come on, Peloton. Come on.
Now you're Rickles now.
No, that commercial gets me because if you are, I know you're a big Peloton fan, but let's say you're a fan of that and
I'm on a Peloton right now, actually.
Are you on Safari?
No, I'm on a bobsled track.
Come on, Weinstein, give it to me. Don't be Jewy about it.
Stephen L. Yates says, pick one band or solo artist. You can listen to no other music than that band or solo artist for a year. After that, you can never listen to them again.
That's a tough one. I don't know. Jimi Hendrix, maybe?
I would say I would maybe go with Prince. Because for that whole year, there's enough of a deep dive I could do for that year.
Yeah.
To keep
and
it.
Jimi Hendrix, there wouldn't be.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix is pretty finite. And then I could see having absorbed enough Prince after that year to not gladly let him go.
Right. The premise just reminds you of how any artist you can get sick of. So whoever I picked, it would not be satisfying if at the end of the year.
To me, the premise really reminded me how much Stephen L. Yates enjoys being a part of the show.
He loves it. He has a writing. I hear he has a writing staff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry to interrupt.
He's got a great middle name. Great middle name.
Yes, he does.
What'd you say?
And his bookend names ain't bad either.
All right, get a room with him in his names.
He gives us money sometimes. What do you want?
Oh, let me finish. I'll sleep with him. Is that what you wanted?
Sure.
Does he? Because I'm
a motherfucking pimp.
But is there? If I offered my body sexual, would that get us more Patreons? No, less. Not Patreons. Coffees.
It's not a Patreon.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. I have to go. What, Susan? Oh, I can't. Oh, because you've done Droopy, I have to leave.
Say hi from me. It's been a while.
Oh, you wash your mouth out with soap, you sick.
It's been a minute.
I hate you now. Now I hate you. You're talking as my penis to my wife. It's been a minute. If you talk about Heidi, nobody talks about Heidi. If you talk about Heidi like that, that's it. That's where I draw the line. You don't say anything about Heidi. Okay, so you can talk about Heidi, but that's it.
Sous vide. Wow, it's all stock players this week. Sous vide
It's funny.
Sous vide says, "Would you want to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the colored balloons?"
I would like to live on. Is this a good Neil Young? Sugar Mountain, in the thing where the honey bells lay.
Yeah, I would say it's in your upper percentile of impressions.
Old man lying by the side of the road's got a thing inside his hat. Young lady sitting on the side of the road. She's got a stars to the maps. Holmes, is that Ben Vereen? He's running down Pacific Coast Highway.
I'm in love.
Who hit Ben Vereen? That's a famous story that someone hit him.
Someone hit him with a van, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, the person who hit him, we know. I think it could be Ed Vereen.
It was Mrs. Vereen.
Excuse me, have you seen Mrs. Vereen? How's Tiger? Is Tiger getting better?
He is. He's apparently got moved to Cedar Sinai.
Ah, okay. I used to live down that area, Hermosa Beach, as you know, and I probably all those roads are too windy.
Yeah, I doubt he's going to play again, but
Right.
that means the accident took about 6 months off of his career.
He must be so. I would be happy that I survived it. I'd be telling everybody. I'd be calling you 5 times a day. Josh, still alive here.
That's right.
You thought I'd die. Did you see the way that thing flipped?
It was a weird day.
That whole day?
That whole day, just because they covered it like he did die.
Oh, I thought for sure, because they said anywhere from critical, they were giving you such weird news.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I thought it was drug, I thought he was definitely drinking, or, I don't care what he does. I just want him to live.
I didn't really think he was, because it was like 7:20 in the morning. So.
Yeah. Well, that would have been me, and then coming out of a cocaine party, trying to edge my way onto Sepulveda.
Right.
What a night. This is me. I'm doing me now.
The me I always wanted to be. Tweet Bahara is back to say, Andy, Stephanie sounds great. My therapist keeps telling me, repeat to yourself, it's just a show. I should really just relax. Which is a reference you don't actually understand.
I don't get that reference, no.
Yeah, it's part of the Mystery Science Theater theme song.
Oh, I assumed something from last week's show. So I forgot. So what's the Mystery Science Theater thing?
It's the lyric to the song. It goes, if you're wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts, just repeat to yourself, it's just a show. I should really just relax. For
nice
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Did you write that?
I did.
I love that.
And
what was the name of that song?
It constantly reminds me that I wrote it because I put the word just in the line like 3 fucking times. Which is so me. I do that a lot. It's one of my problem words.
What was the name of that blues song I really liked last week?
Long Way to Happy?
Yeah, and that's you playing harmonica too, right?
Yeah, and Pink playing everything else, I think.
That's great. Great song.
The 2 songs last week were both examples of one-day songs with friends.
Cool.
Jason Parton says, if you guys had, both as the podcast and as individuals, hold music, what would it be? picture show from John Prine is mine. Wow, what would your hold music be?
Hallelujah. I would just be on Hallelujah.
Yeah, Leonard Cohen's version?
Yeah. You constantly, you go back then, it's just a swell of a song that in a way sounds triumphantly celebratory, but he's actually being sarcastic to this horrible woman, whoever she is.
Yeah.
But you don't even like music, do ya? What's it to
you
you?
don't really care for music, do you?
What's it to you?
I think my music would be an 8-bit version of Turkey in the Straw.
You know, the version that truck is playing is actually a rubber band stretched over a hole.
I wish. At least it would have a human quality to it.
It sounds like a insane organ grinder.
Well, no, it sounds like a fucking ice cream truck in an Atari game.
We have to. I'm not saying for the podcast, but I would like to have a word with that guy once.
Yeah. Greg Kelly says, like you, I'm enjoying watching Muppet Show again after seeing it as a kid, like you meaning me.
Right.
Though I see the laugh-in style in places, it's hard to binge. Sandy Duncan and Jim Neighbors were great, but I can't recall whether James Mason did an episode. Can you comment?
See, I'm thinking the person you're having a real, sincere interaction, and then boom, gets pulled out from under my feet.
I'm afraid I had to pass on the offer to do the Muppet Show back in the day because of my loyalty to Sid and Marty Krofft. I did a 4-episode arc on the Bugaloos. And a little drop in on Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Josh should explain that when he says this Bugaloos, he's not talking about the Boogaloo Boys.
No, I don't need to explain that because I put it in the Sid and Marty Krofft context.
But who is constantly wanting to get you in trouble somehow. Wait, did you mean that as a racist comment? No, I was referring to an actual thing. Okay, just checking.
But the Muppet thing, I wanted to talk about that because it's been fun to revisit it, and like the first couple episodes watching was just like this delicious torrent of nostalgia for me because it really was like I am like right at the perfect target age. It was literally like I got handed off from Sesame Street to the Muppet Show.
Ha ha.
So I remember all of this stuff vividly once it comes on. But there's always these surprises. I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that, and then I remember it completely once I see it. But it's fun. It's funny to see the old generation of celebrities that they pulled from, especially in the first season. They were pulling from the same pond as like Love Boat and stuff. It was like, it was like Edgar Bergen and it was Jim Neighbors and, a lot of old stars. And then as the seasons went on, they got younger, hipper people in.
That's pretty cool to watch.
What was really funny was Rich Little was on as their guest host, and he was terrible. He was just because he's basically terrible. But they had written this bit where they had Rich Little doing impressions of all the Muppets, and they were all terrible. But it was written as if they were all uncanny. So it was just this. It was really funny to watch it because, first of all, like a lot of people can do Muppet impressions. Like I can do most of the Muppets, but that's because I lived with them at the time. They were like a year old, so right. they weren't like things that were in the consciousness like they are now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he just didn't have any of them. But you so know how it happens where the writer's like, oh, we're having Rich Little on. We can have him do impressions of everybody. And and of course he doesn't want to disappoint them So he comes on and he does his best after hearing them for like 5 minutes, probably. And it was just,
I'm Elmo.
It was just-
I am Elmo.
it was almost that bad. I'm Kermit the Frog. You know, it was like, I'm Miss Piggy. And I don't even think Miss Piggy was that close.
You can't even do it as bad as he did.
I almost can't. Because I want to do it so well.
Aw, that's great.
Are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side?
It's so sweet.
Isn't it?
No, but I mean, your ear is always fun to listen to.
Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. What a moment, huh?
I liked it. I liked it. I'm not fighting for it in the show.
Oh,
if you want to cut it down or whatever you want to do, but I liked it.
I'll cut it down substantially.
I don't know if you should. But you know, who wrote those songs? Were they like Muppet people who wrote for the Muppets? Kind of not like
Paul Williams wrote a lot of the movie songs.
Oh, did he write that one?
As he wrote everything in the 70s.
I could shake all the madness the world has.
He was one of the guests on an early Muppet show.
Oh, that must have been. I love, I'll always eternally, I know he's still alive, but is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love him because even when he doesn't like the way he was, I loved him because I didn't know he was fucked up on drugs. I thought he was like one of these like guys who came on like Burt Reynolds who just could joke around.
Yeah, he was like, to me, he was just random 70s celebrity. He could have been Charo.
It's amazing that someone like him got through all of his problems.
Yeah.
Because these people have money to abuse. That's why like when we talk about Tiger, they say, well, I wonder how you would do if all of a sudden you had $100 million. How would anybody do?
Right.
Would you make mistakes? I know I would have.
Right. But it's also like, it wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't, with him, it wasn't luck,
Right.
That's the thing with sports success is there's a little more cause and effect to it than there is with like, suddenly you have a hit song.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like, in that case, you really don't know how you end up. What happened? I woke up and now I'm. Yeah, that must be harder.
But I think the kind of worship that Tiger got was unusual because it was such, because it came from such powerful people.
Yeah.
Every fucking billionaire in America had a man crush on Tiger,
I know. It's like seeing the wealthy class all of a sudden get excited,
Yeah.
Which I still do. I really do think that, I know golf could be fun, but I just think it's the whole attitude of it, it just is open it just is like a white privilege jamboree. Every week.
It totally is, and the game itself is a fucking psychological death trap.
I know. I know. It's got to be maybe the hardest, right?
It's incredibly hard, and I had to quit just because I couldn't. I couldn't behave with myself.
You got mad at yourself?
Yeah, but like on such an unreasonable level.
I know. I can feel it. I can feel it.
It's it's just like because it's a 5 hours of failing, with like 3 moments of success,
and it's bad for your body.
And
right?
it's not. Yeah, it's bad for your body, but that's that's besides the point.
Because it's counterintuitive the way you swing the thing and the.
Yeah, but I mean, again, that only matters if you're playing all the time,
Right.
But if you don't play all the time, it's harder to be good.
And also,
but I always had that expectation of myself of being good.
Right.
Because at one point I was an okay golfer. As a young man, I played a lot. And when I was on the road, I would bring my clubs along and kill days that way. But once you stop playing, if you play once a year and expect yourself to play like play more, you're being an idiot. And then if you're really mean to yourself about hitting bad shots.
Wow. Yeah, because my nephew and nieces say their impression of my brother playing golf. Oh, really good, Rob. Way to follow through.
Right.
Oh, no, Rob, you're doing great. Just yelling at himself.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and what, in some ways for guys like your brother, that's probably healthy because the rest of the time in their life, they're going, way to go, Rob.
Yeah, he needs that. He needs to fail. Fail on a
in
constant
some ways,
basis.
I think that is part of the reason why rich guys play golf is that there's a psychological balance that must come up in them,
Yeah.
But not for me, man. I have enough bad voices in the course of a regular day. I don't need to invite myself to be an asshole to myself.
Well, I just realized that even more than like tennis, well, way more than tennis, it's like it gives you too much time to think golf. In other words, like
yeah, and you're
when
your
the pressure's
opponent, and
on.
your opponent is you in golf, essentially.
Yeah. So what's to like is what I would say.
Right. I'm losing to me, and every time I play golf, is how I felt.
Which makes it even more amazing what someone like Tiger was able to do, like to come back what he did,
Yeah.
and get that last green jacket.
But all it does is take, watch one of Tiger's rounds when his back was fucked up.
Oh,
And, and there's like, he's spraying it all over the fucking place. But he's still a professional golfer, and then you expect better from yourself.
that is unnecessary pressure.
Yeah, so I had to quit.
Did you enjoy the time though? Always like the day
almost
went
never.
fast?
Almost never.
Oh, because you were saying you could chew up a day, so I thought maybe you breathe in the fresh air and you're.
Well, yeah, but it was more like, you know what it's like. Well, I don't nap, so it's like days on the road for
Oh, that's right.
stand-up,
That's not good for you.
you're
That is not good.
Sitting in, Kansas City for a week or whatever.
Can you not sit in a chair and like fall asleep?
No.
That's a condition, Josh.
I know. It's called alertness.
No, I think you have. I think you should see somebody. You're never going to take a nap. You're never going to be made fun of at a party. I mean, that's a lot to give up.
I know. Thankfully, I'll never be at another party. So. Dan Wade says, hey guys, tired of Sherman Oaks? Join me in sunny Oklahoma. Sure, we have tornadoes, earthquakes, rampant coronavirus, a psychopathic legislature, and an anemic comedy scene, but our parking spaces are big as whales.
It does sound. He said it all right there.
I got me a Chrysler. It's as big as a whale, and I'm heading on down to Oklahoma City.
I had some of my worst experiences in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I can't.
I really did.
Yeah, well, I
The
can't
shows were
imagine
bad.
you having a good experience in Oklahoma under any circumstances, really.
Well, but I go to places like where I'm not sure if I'm going to have a good time, and then I have a good time. Places like in the South that I recently went to.
Yeah.
Like
Don't-
Raleigh.
you haven't been
No, not Raleigh.
You haven't
but
been
something.
to anywhere recently, Andy.
I know I haven't been anywhere.
No, I mean there are absolutely. I mean, Austin's in the South,
Yes, of course.
but
course.
there's you can have great shows in Atlanta, or or you can
Yeah.
have great shows in any of the college towns.
But not Oklahoma. Well, there is college towns in Oklahoma, but it's Norman, Oklahoma, or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're excited about the Sooners. More like the Laters. Thank you.
Hello, Andy Kindler impression.
The killer impression. Very depressing. But I'd like to think that maybe there is an alternative scene there, but it's like 7 people in a house with a hammock.
That's right. Chaotic Neutral. Hey guys, if you were both on the dais of a Friars Club / Comedy Central roast, what jokes would you make about each other when it was your turn at the podium? Then he gives a sample. Andy Kindler is a comedy legend. If by legend you mean the part of the leg that's not in the middle. Because it's a leg end.
I like that joke. Yeah. I will go to the wall for that joke.
Yes.
Josh is doing. Oh, how about you? What's the jokes for you?
I would insult your intelligence.
No, I thought he didn't include any other jokes.
No, that's all he put in was one about you.
I'd be like, Josh is, Josh is doing well today for someone who thinks he's fucking better than anybody else. And I guess that's just anger.
Yeah, yeah. You can take that to the truth roast.
I like when you get excited about a delivery.
Well, it's more like this will only work if I mustered it up.
Hey, you guys maybe you're at the wrong roast. The truth roast is in room 7. Well, maybe that wasn't a funny number. I meant to say like those rooms in the hotel,
right?
That are named after
Ballroom
something.
C would have helped, I think.
But aren't they also named like the Sesquiquipedalian room and the
sure.
Aquarius room?
The truth roast is in Aspen 4.
Aspen.
Wookie Talkie says we're the namers of Cognium taking Cognium when they thought up the name.
I think about that all week at some point, the Cognium. Is there a fourth one, or am I just seeing a variety of commercials?
I think you might be thinking of Clevera. I've been taking Clevera for over 4 years now, and I'm much funnier at parties. Much funnier.
I take Nuance. I've been taking Nuance.
Nuancitrin?
Nuancitrin. It makes me feel I get to see different sides of life.
It's not so black and white anymore. I see the gray.
I take my penis is too soft, Tron.
Maybe you need some tumesitin.
I'm thinking, and I can't come up with any more.
All right. Well, take some Cognium and get back to me.
I just think, can you imagine if you took 6 or 7 years of these fucking pills? And I'm not saying I don't want to get sued, but I want to speak to the person who's like, yep, been on the premises now 7 years.
I don't feel dumber. Must be working. It keeps you smart and keeps alligators away.
Where's your pen? It's in your ear. See? E equals MC squared.
Terry Caulfield says, Andy, if you were in a Humira commercial for a nice payday, what would you be willing to do in order to show your, quote, body of proof? Dribble a basketball in a suit? Enthusiastically fold laundry? Play the spoons? Or do a very smiley hula hoop routine?
It just reminded me of the one which I think is for Crohn's disease. I can't get it in my mind because it's a couple and it's a guy. And when you look at the guy in the first scene, it's like, he looks like upset and everyone in the family is upset. By the last scene, he's walking around the house observing photos on the wall and laughing at nothing like a regular person.
Right. Because he doesn't have to go shit.
And I just keep looking at I'm fascinated by who directed it, how it was directed.
I know, because someone had to write it. Someone had to get it past the people at the company. And, it's just that whole thing of there's no story to 30 seconds of side effects being listed. So you have to really, create a whole landscape.
And then I'm like, that woman's attractive. I guess
Maybe I do have diabetes again.
Maybe I should show more of me.
That's right. Oh, here comes the ice cream truck. Hold on, I'm going to try to get a mic out the window here.
That was great. I heard that clear as a bell.
Good.
It was so good. It sounds like he's blowing through a cardboard. I think it's like that.
I wish. Again, I wish it just had any human element to it.
That's the thing. It sounds inhuman.
Yeah, it's like you want a level of Donkey Kong. All right.
The Peruche.
Hey,
Peruche.
no, I'm afraid not. But we do have a new question asker, Thug Thumbs.
Ooh.
Thug Thumbs says, I got sucked into watching YouTube videos about people coming home to find squatters that have moved in and changed the locks. What would you guys do if you came home and found a family living in your house?
I would say, let's party.
Yeah, I think, and you know how quickly comfortable Andy is.
Oh, no. No, I don't know how you all got in here, but what's going on? Everything okay?
I think if any adjective describes Andy, it's adaptable.
Anybody need a drink before we talk? Before we get into why you're here?
Yeah, that's pretty 911-ish to me. Thug Thumbs also says, I'm at the grocery store shopping for Taco Tuesday. Should I get shredded cheese or finely shredded cheese?
Whatever you get, if it's shredded cheese, definitely you have to consume everything in that bag within 7 days.
Yeah, a lot of surface area.
Last surface area, my friend.
I'd go with finely shredded just because it's more adaptable.
That's the way, when I was a surfer, a lot of times they go, wow, that was finely shredded.
Really?
Oh, God. Water.
Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey. It's the big one. Dan Marsh, best restaurant meal you've ever had, going only by the food and not any sentimental value. That's tough.
Sushi Nozawa.
Really?
No, you got me. I was hoping you wouldn't follow it up by questioning it.
Okay. At least you had an answer. I don't.
I do crave the top shelf sushi, like when I don't have any sushi, and I think like that's the thing that I would most salivate for.
There was dim sum in Hong Kong, which was pretty fucking special. I don't know. I mean, I've eaten a lot of good restaurant meals.
I like mozza. I would put mozza up there.
Allison and I had an Indian dinner when we went to New York for the Fiddling Horse premiere. That was one of the best meals I ever had.
Wow, that's great. Now, I'm not so good with Indian food, but that's great.
It's a little bit spicy.
Sous Vide says, I just saw the ESPN ticker that Montreal's MLS team needs a new coach. Any thoughts on who they should get to lead their squad? I'd go with Tad McNamara, but you know, I know they need to interview minority coaches.
What the hell is this Major League Soccer?
Yeah.
How do you know these names?
I make them up.
Oh, you know who would be good? You know what I'd like to see? If Stilson and Whit Thomas if they're available with free agency.
Yeah, I definitely would Thomas.
Definitely with Thomas.
Emma Ledsome says coffee ? And I think she bombed us with a couple of coffees. With a couple of buy me a coffees.
You are
Baka-boom.
Boom, boom. But you know what? Thank you, Em. But also, whenever you say coffee, I get excited. That's how Pavlov's. What does he do again? He
shits himself.
Why are you going so blue?
Because I like to make you uncomfortable towards the end of a show.
Well done.
Our man Alex Brizzell.
Yeah.
Producer Alex Brizzell, now his second question in 2 weeks. I believe this could be a feature soon. Says, what would both of your super bands be? Lead singer, guitarist, keyboardist, bassist, drummer. Keyboardist is optional.
Jerry Garcia on lead guitar.
Okay. That's all. That's it.
The lead singer would be, I don't know.
I would totally be the lead singer.
Oh, super band, right? Super group.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talking about.
Why,
Yeah.
why, if I'm getting all these fucking guys together, what, I'm going to sit and listen?
I would have Ben Folds 6. I'm bad with the supergroup, and it's like my mind goes blank. Can I say the Beatles?
Sure. I would. I might go with the Attractions for mine. I might go. Pete.
Who's your favorite drummer?
Who's my
The guy in the Jack Thomas? What's his name?
Pete.
Something.
Pete Thomas. And Bruce Thomas was a great fucking bass player in the original Attractions.
They would not.
But Pete Thomas isn't my favorite drummer, but Bruce Thomas is among my favorite bass players.
Do you like Steve Gadd?
And Steve Naive.
Ooh.
I would love to have on keyboards, and then we'd have to get a guitarist because I'm lead singing.
I play guitar.
All right, fine. Andy Kindler is my super band guitar player.
Could you say it with less emotion?
I could say it with less guitar parts.
So that's a great question, Alex. What are you, 90?
Stephen Elton Yates says in Connecticut, the over 55s can register to be vaccinated on Monday. That's me. I tell you because the both of you helped me get this far. Thanks. Oh, thank you very much.
I hope it starts here. I mean, not to just switch to me, but that's the look. That's the group I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do this, Johnson & Johnson.
Adam Nicollet says, who would you cast in a Greatest American Hero reboot? If I wanted to get it made, it would be a South Asian woman.
I don't even know. The question eludes me.
You don't remember that show?
No. What show?
Greatest American Hero?
No, that's what got me. I thought it was a generic term.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Is that the theme song?
No.
Well, what was that then?
Of course it was the theme song.
I know that song, though, but I don't know the show.
They're one and the same.
No, that can't be. You're talking about a top 10 hit.
Look at what's happening to me. I can't believe it myself. Taking me out of the spell I was in. It should have been somebody else.
That could be the worst song I've ever heard in my life.
I know, but it fits right into my sincere song one-man show.
Wheelhouse.
Yes.
I hope in that wheelhouse is also baby, the song that goes, baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you.
Yes, but I tend to go with Billy, Don't Be a Hero.
Well, you are a man of taste and distinction.
Exactly. Jordy says, Andy, what are you hearing from your football people about Sam Darnold?
I don't know.
Will he be the Jets QB next year? If not, what do you want from the Bears for him? Your Twitter buddy, the Dream99, which is Akeem Hicks.
Are you kidding me?
Is our best player, so he can't be part of the trade.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to study up on this. I didn't know that there was. I know about Sam Darnold, but I didn't know he was going to be traded.
Yeah.
I know he's been injured. We have to get. Do you remember Mark Sanchez?
I do.
Yeah.
He of the butt fumble.
Isn't that Tony Romo?
No, that was Mark Sanchez.
Tony Romo fumbled a snap though, didn't he?
Yeah,
but
Mark Sanchez ran into his guy's ass and fumbled.
I've blocked out so many Jet losses. A butt fumble. I can't help it. I ran into the guy's backside. It's ridiculous.
All right. And finally, Richard Cole says, can we get Angry Bob Dylan to put a call out to those douchebags who shot a guy and stole Lady Gaga's dogs? Bring the dogs back and turn yourselves in?
Yeah. That was terrible. Give it to him, Bob.
You need to bring back Gaga's dogs. Bring back Gaga's dogs right now.
I can't think of a worse. I mean, I know there's worse crimes, but there's something particularly creepy about that crime.
It's not right. Bring back Gaga's dogs.
Bob, you get your hand on, you get a bone in your mouth. You can't let it go, right?
Yeah, just like Gaga's dogs.
I wish I could hang up on me now.
I do too.
I do too.
But let's first beg for money. If
Okay.
you'd like to support the show, go to buymeacoffee.com/thoughtspiral and buy us
And
a
thank you
coffee.
again, M.
Like M.
M.
Leadsom,
Leadsom.
and so many other generous people along the way. Thank you for all who've done it. Thank you for the people who do it monthly, who we should probably thank monthly.
I know. What's the matter with us?
We're terrible.
But we do really appreciate it. I mean, I haven't seen a penny from it yet. Ruin this too, Andy. Ruin the end. That's a little devil on my shoulder. Come on, Andy. It's still time to ruin the show.
Your check is in the